Nobody tells you that healing hurts too, that some days it breaks you all over again, that trying to move on means facing every part of yourself you tried to numb just to survive. They don't tell you that healing might lead you through more heartbreak before it leads you to peace, that you might meet people along the way who hurt you worse than the one you were trying to forget, because when you're still bleeding, you confuse comfort for care, you mistake attention for affection, you let people close who only make the wound deeper. I kept thinking maybe the next one will fix what the last one broke. But healing doesn't come from someone else holding you. It comes from holding yourself when no one else shows up, from sitting in your silence and choosing not to run from it. It took me months to stop romanticizing pain, to stop calling chaos chemistry, to realize that love shouldn't feel like guessing or waiting or aching. And when I started to choose peace, I had to unlearn every version of myself that didn't. It was lonely at first, quiet, unfamiliar, but slowly the silence stopped being so loud. Slowly, I stopped checking my phone, stopped needing validation, stopped craving the people who only saw parts of me and never stayed long enough to love the whole. I started to take care of myself like someone I didn't want to lose, cooking for one, dressing up for no one, smiling at the mirror just because I could. And then it hit me. The peace that I begged other people to bring me, I built it myself. The love I thought I had to earn, it was mine all along. The confidence, the glow, the softness that stayed, and the strength that grew, that came from me. Piece by piece, day by day, through tears, through silence, through starts and restarts. And now I get it. Healing isn't quick. It's not pretty, but it's the kind of beautiful you earn. And when you finally get there, when you feel that deep, calm, unshakable love for yourself, it makes every scar worth it. Every tear, every detour, because this version of me, she doesn't chase love. She is love.
Have you ever had a moment where someone asks, "Are you okay?" and you realize you actually don't even know the answer, because you're not broken, but you're not fine. You're not where you used to be, but you're not fully where you're going either. You're in that uncomfortable in between. Today's episode is for that version of you, the you who's healing but also struggling, the you who feels like life is shifting, but you don't yet have the language for what you're becoming. This is episode 3 of the healing series, and today we are talking about something we don't say enough. You don't have to be okay to be becoming. We grew up believing healing meant peace, softness, journaling, sage affirmations. Healing was portrayed like a calm Pinterest board, but the real truth, healing looks like confusion, like not recognizing yourself, like grieving people who are still alive, like outgrowing things you prayed for, like waking up and asking, who am I right now? Nobody talks about the identity crisis that comes with becoming. Nobody talks about how uncomfortable growth actually feels. Because healing in reality is more like surgery than a spa day. Sometimes it has to hurt because it gets better. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not behind. You're just in the messy middle. And that's where transformation actually happens. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves as women is, I should be fine. I should be strong. I should have healed by now. But who told you that? Who sets that deadline? Healing doesn't follow a calendar. It doesn't care about your timeline, your pressure, your expectations. You're allowed to have days where you feel heavy. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to take breaks. You're allowed to not have the words. You're allowed to sit in the confusion without rushing clarity. You don't have to pretend you're strong to deserve comfort. You don't have to be okay for your life to move forward. Sometimes becoming looks like surviving, and surviving is still progress. Let's talk about the in-between, that uncomfortable period between who you were and who you're becoming. It's part of the journey nobody glamorizes because it's not pretty. The in-between feels like not relating to your old self, not fully stepping into your new self, losing interest in things that used to give you joy, outgrowing relationships you once begged for, feeling unmotivated, drained, or emotionally sensitive, being unsure of what you want, but very sure of what you don't want anymore, This season is so important. It's the season where your boundaries strengthen, where your values shift, where your spirit rearranges itself, where God removes what can go with you. The in-between isn't punishment, it's preparation. Here's the part we often forget. Growth is happening even when you don't see it. Every time you choose yourself, every time you walk away, every time you rest, every time you cry and keep going, every time you listen to your emotions instead of shaming them, you're becoming someone stronger. Strength isn't loud. Sometimes strength is soft. Sometimes strength is quiet. Sometimes strength is simply showing up when you feel like hiding. You're not weak because you're struggling. You're evolving, and evolution rarely feels beautiful while you're in it. If nobody has ever told you this, let me tell you today. You're allowed to be in progress. You're allowed to be a work in motion. You're allowed to hold space for the parts of you that are healing. Give yourself permission to grow slowly. Give yourself permission to rest without guilt. Give yourself permission to not explain your journey to anyone. Give yourself permission to be messy, honest, raw, and human. This version of you, the one that feels lost, is the version of you that is becoming. Before we end, hear me clearly. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're not late. You're not weak. You are becoming. And becoming takes time. This season won't last forever, but it will shape you into someone you will later be proud of. So if you're not okay right now, you're still becoming. And that is more than enough. If today's episode spoke to you, please leave a comment, sharing one thing you're learning about yourself during this season. Your story might help another woman feel less alone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. I'll see you in episode 4 of the healing series. You're becoming, my love. Stay gentle with yourself. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.